Call a friend and ask them out.
Do you have anyone you're interested in?
No, I don't.
Do you have like a friend that could?
I have a friend that I can call.
Okay.
Yeah, I can call somebody.
Those sounds are so.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Painting my room. What are you doing?
Just hanging out with a friend.
Oh, sick.
Hey, I was wondering, do you want to go out sometime?
Like on a date?
Yeah. Sounds fun, right?
My freshman year self would be freaking out right now.
What about your 2 years out of college self?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. I come back middle of August. We'll grab coffee or something.
Okay, cool. I'm excited.
All right, dope. I'll catch you later.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
You have to take her out now. Like, you have to take her out.
And I guess I'm doing pretty well.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Birdwatching Podcast, where we ask chicks questions to get answers for you guys. Today I have a very special guest. Her name is Taylor Moralez. What's going on, Taylor?
Hi, thank you for having me.
Of course. Me and Taylor have not seen each other in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Like what, 3 years?
3 years, something like that. Like way
Yeah.
back in college.
Well, I was telling you, I was like, the last time I saw you, I had puke in my hair.
Yeah, beautiful. Love that. I actually don't remember that.
Okay, do you want me to tell you the story, like the rundown? It'll be super short.
Yeah, give me the rundown.
So, long story short, we were going to a party sophomore year. It was my freshman year, your sophomore year.
Yeah.
And we know a mutual person.
Mm-hmm.
She's a sweetie. She's not with us in Phoenix, but she's having her. Oh, she's not meaning like she's with us, but
she's alive.
she's alive, but she's just not with us physically.
Right.
But anyways, we went to a party together, and this person may or may have not drank a little too much.
Right.
Yeah. And long story short, you had called an Uber for us because she needed to go home, and we let her go in the front of the seat because I was like, oh, I don't even want to risk it. Like, if she needs to do something, if she needs to
Quick
puke
access,
out, yeah,
right.
quick access outside, the car, she can do it.
Right.
And so while she was doing her thing, aka puking out of the car, I forgot to roll up my window.
Oh my gosh.
So
I
then-
kind of do remember this
So
actually.
yes, because you were sitting next to me.
Right.
And I was just like thinking, like, do I say anything? No. Like, don't say anything at all because it'll make it a bigger deal. And then I didn't want the Uber driver to know. And then it would, because you called it.
Uh-huh.
So if you ended up having to get charged with $300, it would just been another mess that we didn't need.
Right.
So then I was taking it like a champ. I ended up walking out of the car and my whole hair just had puke everywhere. And so me thinking like, do I get mad at her? I'm like, no, just put her in the shower. So I ended up putting her in the shower and we called it good. But that's honestly the last memory I have with you.
Yeah, I think I remember that very vaguely. But that is like, if you think about it, that's like 4.5 years ago.
Yeah. A lot of stuff happens in 4 years. I mean, we went through a pandemic.
True.
And then like 2 years after the pandemic, that I have no idea what happened. I mean, these past 2 years feel like it's been like 6 months.
So fast.
Yes.
Went by in a blimp, if that's even a
And then
a phrase.
2020, that weird like timeline where it was like March through June seemed like 4 years.
Oh yeah, for
it
real.
was so long.
Even that first year of COVID was like, oh my gosh, like what are we even doing? Like, are we gonna be stuck in this forever? That year felt so long.
Yeah, it
And
really
now,
did.
and since then though, I think I got like tricked into these last 2 years have gone by like in a heartbeat.
Okay,
and I think it's because
it's like a blur.
Yeah, for real.
It's really a blur. And
Once
then
everything went back to normal.
And when you're in college too, because like I was still in college at the time. I graduated in 2021.
Okay.
And so like my last year of college didn't even really feel like college because we were doing online classes. And I'm
True.
sure that's with anyone else that went to a university during that year. Even now, I'm pretty sure they do online classes now too.
Yeah, I think they're transitioning back into like normality, but I do know that they're still doing online stuff. But that's such a bummer. I feel bad for people who went through that 2021 year of like graduation.
Yeah.
Like your last year of school is very like tainted.
I
For
feel
me,
bad
it
for
was
the seniors.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, seniors for sure. But like 2020, that's the year I graduated, and it wasn't as bad because like we missed like the last 2 months of our senior year.
Yeah.
You guys missed like an entire semester plus. You know?
But you also had the milestone of like going into the arena or like going to your graduation.
Yeah, we
And I
missed
feel
that.
bad for seniors that were in high school.
Same.
Because
Same.
seniors in in my opinion, I feel like senior year in high school is way more important than senior year in college.
Yeah, agreed. Of
And
course.
so,
yeah.
like I had people my sister was a grade above, but her friends a grade below, like they didn't go to their prom.
That sucks.
They didn't go to their graduation, like senior skip day, all that stuff like was gone in a minute.
Oh, that's so sad.
Mm-hmm.
I feel worse for seniors in high school that year than seniors in college, because by the time you're a senior in college, at the end of the road, you're like, okay, I'm kind of ready to be done anyways.
Yeah.
Senior in high school is like you still have all of college to look forward to, but you still want to remember like high school a little bit. And not that prom was that big of a deal, but missing out on it senior year is kind of like, dang, that sucks.
It's a milestone. Like,
yeah, it is.
I think both guys and girls can agree. I think for girls, it's more important.
Right.
Because like you want to get dressed up, you want to find your prom dress. It's a
Right.
magical moment. But even then, it's like, well, that was a milestone for guys as well, because everyone wants to talk about prom or at least go to it once. You may not have the best experience, but you can say you went.
Right, facts.
And so I feel bad for them.
Me too.
And then their freshman year too, because then they didn't really have like a freshman year of college as well.
Right. Yeah, true. I feel bad for freshmen in college, high school, seniors in high school.
And I think they're seniors now. Isn't that wild?
Yeah, that's weird to think about.
Yeah.
That's really weird to think about.
Like if they started college in 2020 and then it's going to be 20. So like juniors or seniors.
Juniors or seniors, yeah, 2023. Oh my gosh, we're already coming up on that.
Just imagine how old you feel right now.
Yeah, and we're not even that old. Like,
No,
really
I feel
not.
old. Like I feel like my back's going to break. I get out of my bed, I'm like, dang, I'm way too old.
We're getting old.
Yeah. Because like 23 is such a weird age because you're thinking, okay, I'm not old enough to like get a mortgage,
True.
figure my life out, get married, but then again, I'm not young enough to be an idiot, get drunk every weekend.
Right.
It's that awkward transitional period.
Yeah.
But then again, like it's still nice to be out of college and be an adult. You just have to adjust to it.
Yeah, agreed. For sure. It is kind of a weird like transitional era, especially if you're single too. Like I'm single right now, so it's like I don't really have like a significant other, or like I'm not planning a life around anybody else right now. So it's like I just kind of just like have to chase passions right now, which is great.
Yeah, that's
it's great.
great.
But I also don't really know like what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I'm not old enough
But
to.
even the fact that you're chasing passions, because there's so many people who don't even know what their passions are.
True.
Like they're kind of just going through the same cycle, and not everyone's like this, but there's people who go to clubs every weekend. There's people who go to the casino every weekend. Like just those things that maybe they're good to do in the moment or to do occasionally, but is it really nurturing what you want in the future?
No, it's not setting yourself up for anything.
Yeah, yeah. Not anything against people who go to casinos.
No.
Like play your blackjack if you want.
Yeah, enjoy it. I'm not.
Do those slot machines.
I'm not a big casino head, but like I don't have any issues with it. Like if
I've
that's
never
what you're-
been.
Ever.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I've never been. I dated
man.
a guy who was like really into poker.
Really?
And like that was his thing. He would go to the casino every weekend.
Play
and,
poker?
Yeah. And I was like, this is kind of weird. I don't know if it's like a red flag or not, but I personally just thought it was okay. I guess that's like your passion,
Oh, enjoy it,
essentially. Yeah. So
Shout out him if he's watching right now.
yeah. No, he would not be watching. If he is, like, shut it off.
Yeah, turn it off right now. We're about to spill deets. All right. So first thing that we do, we start with the rooster reveal.
Okay.
So we try out a beverage, give it a rating, make sure to give it a decimal because no decimals is rookie scores.
Okay.
So we'll crack it open. Go ahead and open it
Are we
up.
do it right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Today we're trying out the vanilla chai Bolthouse Farms. I don't know. Oh, it's protein.
Oh, you didn't see that?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
the 9 grams of.
I kind of just thought it was like
protein
a very mobile chai. Like bring it to work in the morning.
So usually Bolthouse Farms, whenever I see it, it's like smoothies.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a naked smoothie.
Interesting.
So I've never seen it like this.
It is dairy
where
free.
it's
I didn't know if you had any food allergies, so I was like, okay, I better play it safe.
Don't even worry
whatever.
about it.
Big dairy gal.
Are we gonna cheers to it?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to get a little.
Oh, it smells like Christmas.
I can't.
It kind of gives me an eggnog smell. Am I wrong?
No, I don't. I'm not smelling eggnog, but I'm not really smelling anything. Like I'm not smelling the chai very much.
I smell it, but I have a nose of a bloodhound.
Oh,
Like I can smell anything.
right. Shout out.
Okay.
You have that on your resume?
No,
Should.
I really should.
All right, you
I
ready?
can smell. I can't say it's BS too. No, I'm kidding.
All right, knock it
Cheers.
and dock it.
Oh.
Mmm.
That's a good fall drink.
Yeah, that's good actually.
That's a really good fall drink.
Oh man, I like chai though. Do you like chai?
I like chai too.
I love it.
I like
Okay.
a dirty chai.
What's
so
it? Is that coffee espresso?
So it's like an espresso mixed with chai. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
It's
yeah.
super
I think
good.
Elon does that. He does dirty chais at Starbucks.
Okay, Elon has a very specific like palate too. So if he likes that, I'm surprised.
Yeah. He's not very picky though.
He's not, but like he likes his bougie stuff, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, he does. He's got a little bougie side to him.
Anyone that shops at Whole Foods is a little bougie.
Yeah, he likes Sprouts
like
too.
Trader Joe's is a little bit humbled.
Yeah.
But if you go to Whole Foods, you're bougie.
Yeah, you're bougie. That's like
and then if you're familiar with the area, AJ's.
I don't know what that is.
AJ's is like high class bougie of the bougiest. And then
like
Fry's. If you go to
organic.
Fry's,
I'm a Fry's guy.
I'm
I'll lie
not.
to you. I like Kroger's. I like the cheap stuff. Actually, the place that I go to the most is there's a Walmart neighborhood market down the street.
oh, okay.
And I go there all the time.
I actually don't mind Walmart.
I don't either.
I mean, I get
got what
like
I
the
need.
stigma, like, oh, Walmart, you never know if you're
so
going to get
cheap,
there.
right.
But then again, I mean, it has everything you need.
Facts.
You literally need to get a toaster, go to Walmart. Target's like good. Oh, I just want to go in, see what there
Browse.
is. Yeah, a
More of a
browsing
browse,
place.
yeah.
And that's where the Starbucks is.
Yeah.
I was just
Dangerous.
telling my friend, I'm a publicist. So one of my other coworkers, we were talking about how Target is so smart to have a Starbucks in their store.
Yeah, so smart.
Because it makes it way more homey. It makes it comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
People want in the dollar section.
Yeah.
That dollar section is so smart.
Starbucks is genius to put inside of it because then it makes it like it raises the value of the Target.
Yeah.
Like it puts it at a different level than a Walmart. You know what I mean?
100%.
It's more
Walmart
like-
has McDonald's.
Yeah, true. True. I
Well,
never
to be
thought about
fair,
that.
like a Happy Meal isn't bad. Like a Happy Meal slaps every once in a while.
facts. I'm not hating on Happy Meals in any way, but Target definitely did something more like we're at a different level than
Yeah.
the other competitors.
Yeah, big fan of Target. I
Big fan
spend
of
way
Target.
too much money at Target, which every girl pretty much does.
Yeah. I hear a lot of girls talking about Target like that.
I'm gonna get another set. This is actually really good.
Yeah, it's dangerous. Do you have a rating? 1 to 10.
8.3.
8.3.
I would give it like an 8.7 if they have a little bit more of a spice to it. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to change this because it's dairy free.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's dairy free, I think, deserves a little bit more credit. So I'm going to give it an 8.7.
Yeah, I respect that. I'm going to go. Yeah, I really like it actually. And I like that it's dairy free. I'm going to go 8.5.
You know what's another good point to make is if this was warm, I still think it would be good.
Probably. You could even warm it up probably.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm
it'd be
saying.
decent,
So I
yeah.
think it has a lot of versatility where in other drinks, it's just meh.
Shut
like
up.
imagine like heating up a smoothie.
No way.
Oh, just brings me back to that puke story in my hair.
Yeah, right? Just getting smoothie out of your hair. All right, next thing we're going to do, we're going to play a game. It's called Truth or Dare.
Okay.
Have you ever played before?
Oh, who hasn't? I mean, come on, middle school?
Yeah, right? Bring you back to the Midwest. So this is how it works. There's only like one rule to it other than Truth or Dare rules.
Okay.
There's truths and dares. You have to do 3 rounds and you have to do at least one of each.
Okay.
So at least one dare and at least one truth.
Okay.
Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
Oh, no, I want to start.
All right, bet. Do you want a truth or a dare?
You pick. I have no preference.
No pref?
Mm-mm.
Let's go. Let's start off with the truth.
Okay. Do I read it?
Yep, read it out loud. Let the listeners know what you're looking at.
Where's the weirdest place you've gone to the bathroom?
Okay.
So I lived in Europe for like 3 months. I was an au pair.
Where
in
at?
Austria.
Oh, dope. That's so cool.
So I lived with like an Austrian family. I never set foot in Europe until I moved in that house with them.
Oh, really? That was your first time out in Europe and you
Yeah.
moved out there? Wow.
Yeah, I was like, why not? I mean, I'm young, might as well go for it.
Right.
And I was kind of burnt out from college and I didn't want a big girl job because I mean, I'm lazy. No, I'm kidding. I'm not. But I just thought it would be important to like gain life experience beforehand. And
Yeah, good for
so
you.
I decided to do that. And it was one of the most beautiful experiences. But the weirdest place I've been to the restroom is if you ever go to Europe. Have you been?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. You know how they have like those little, this might be TMI, those stalls for men?
Yeah.
So me being a little irresponsible, I decided to go to Amsterdam and we were on this like really nice boat ride with my ex-boyfriend and his good friend. And let's just be honest, I drank too much alcohol. and when you drink too much alcohol, you end up having to break the seal.
Right.
And so Amsterdam at this point, like it's pretty late at night. You can go to the clubs, you can go to the coffee shops, which are more so smoke shops.
Okay.
And so I was like, I don't care. I'm getting out of this canal. I'm not going to pee in the canal, but I need to pee somewhere.
Right.
And there's so many people coming in and out that like you couldn't just squat and do it right
Do your
there and then.
business.
Which, by the way, every girl does this. I know I'm not the only girl that does
Right,
their
right.
business
Shout
out
out
in
all
public.
girls.
Yes, 100%.
Right.
And so I ended up just like doing it in the men's bathroom stalls.
Oh, in a urinal?
Yeah.
Oh, like
No, like the outdoor urinals.
Oh, what is that? I don't even know what that is.
So in Europe, like they have these, it's almost like a wall.
Uh-huh.
And this wall obviously covers you from like anyone else seeing you use the restroom.
Right.
But the thing is
it's like a divider.
It's a divider,
Oh,
but the
I
thing is,
see.
it's only meant for men.
Right.
There's none for girls.
Right.
But me being like impatient and knowing I had to pee, I was like, I don't care. I like
care.
told my boyfriend at the time, I said, take my jacket, just cover me. And
Yeah.
then he was like kind of proud of me.
You were like, that's
So
my girl.
he's my favorite ex-boyfriend.
Shout out.
And so that's probably the weirdest place I've gone to the restroom.
That's awesome. That's a good story.
Yeah.
Shout out Europe. Shout out.
I mean, shout out for Europe
bathrooms
not
without
giving
protection.
girl public toilets,
Yeah,
but
true. Yeah, right. No, the only places I've been in Europe, England, Ireland, Scotland.
Okay.
And I never really ran into those. Like they're not super common out there. Usually,
England's like the U.S. a little bit.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
don't come at me if I'm not right, but like I visited
Similar.
London, and I would say, well, one, you have the same language,
True.
and then
Helps.
two, it's a little bit similar in the way that they like go about life.
Yeah.
Where I think when I was in Rome, Austria, Amsterdam, they all have their ways of doing things.
Just different cultures, maybe.
Yeah, different cultures.
For
But I
sure.
won't lie, like it was great to be back in the US.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I could not wait to get iced coffee.
Yeah.
And
They
that's
do.
so cliche, but like there's no iced coffee
Oh my
there.
gosh, they don't even have ice out there really. Like
No.
they do. Like if you request it, they'll have it. But it's like if you're going to like a normal like fast foodie restaurant,
Yeah.
ice is not like expected. Like they're
No.
not expecting you to want it.
No, that and then
Crazy.
I'm from the Midwest.
Right.
I love ranch.
Oh, me too.
It's like Hidden Ranch Valley is so good, and I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, I
It's the
don't
best
care.
ranch out there.
don't
Maybe
care.
McDonald's. Like it goes Hidden Ranch, McDonald's, and then like whatever else.
Whatever else doesn't matter.
But they didn't have ranch.
Oh my gosh, Hidden Valley's so good.
They do sour cream.
Yeah. Or like brown sauce. Did you try brown sauce out there?
No, what is that?
HP brown sauce. It's like what they put on everything for breakfast. So like eggs in the morning, they put it on like their what's it called? Black pudding or whatever. Like that's like
Oh, that must be more of like the UK
Europe.
area.
Yeah, UK, like
Yeah.
England and stuff.
They did
but-
sour cream, which I thought like, where's your baked potatoes?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Where's your top potato?
Yeah.
You have that in Michigan?
Top potato.
Top
We
potato?
have, we have casseroles. Like what do you call it? Those potato.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
You say a casserole?
A casserole.
Oh, yeah.
I have the worst Michigan accent. You'll notice it. It's really
We
bad.
call them hot dish. We don't even call them casseroles.
Oh, we call it a casserole.
Casserole.
Like get a casserole in the bag.
in the bag. In the bag. I love a good Midwest accent. I've heard a lot of girls say though that they don't like it, and I'm like, you're wrong.
Oh, I don't care. I love it. It makes me feel like I'm at home.
I know, right?
And when I talk to
Bring
people
it
who are
back.
from the Midwest, it comes out more.
Oh, I know. Me too. I know. I love it. All right. I need you to hold the hats.
Okay. What one do you want?
I'm gonna go dare. We'll
Okay.
spice it up a little bit. Hopefully it's a good one. Mm-hmm. You can just put those in the middle of the
Okay.
table. Call a friend and ask them out.
Do you have anyone you're interested in?
No, I don't.
Do you have like a friend that could?
I have a friend that I can call.
Okay.
Yeah, I can call somebody. We'll see if they pick up though.
How do you know them?
Hometown. I'm gonna call
You know
hometown.
who you should do?
Who?
You should do our mutual friend.
Should I?
You should. She's gonna hate me. I hope she doesn't watch this.
Wait, no, I can't do that because, well,
No, she would know. She's not like that.
yeah, I don't.
Well, okay. If this person doesn't pick up, do the mutual
Okay,
friend.
yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that.
Because she just messaged me, so I know she's available.
I kind of want to call her now. That's funny.
Just as giggles, like, hey,
You're like,
you
yeah,
know,
I've been thinking about you a lot lately.
just that car ride back when you were just puking.
Yeah, this is so hot.
I love her though. I hope she knows that. Like,
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
she's a very sweet girl. She's not like
no,
that
she's
normally.
awesome. No, she's great. All right, I'm gonna call my hometown.
Okay.
We'll see if she answers. If she doesn't, then we'll go the other.
Do you have it on speaker? Oh.
Yeah, we'll throw it on speaker.
It's those sounds are so.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Painting my room. What are you doing?
Just hanging out with a friend.
Oh, sick.
Hey, I was wondering, do you want to go out sometime?
Like on a date?
Yeah, sounds fun, right?
My freshman year self would be freaking out right now.
What about your 2 years out of college self?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. I come back middle of August. We'll grab coffee or something.
Okay, cool. I'm excited.
All right, dope. I'll catch you later.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
You have to take her out now.
Do
Like,
I?
you have to take her out.
Can't I
She
just-
actually seems so genuine. Like, oh my gosh.
Man.
It would break my heart if you didn't take her
Really?
out.
Like, so dumb.
How do you
That's
know
just for
her?
a podcast. She's just a she's a hometown.
No,
homie.
she's probably going to be painting her room the whole night, like doing like J
Ready,
plus
Jack.
something.
And then painting over it.
Yeah.
Man.
She seemed really genuine.
That went well.
She your hometown honey?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Do you have a hometown honey?
Like a one that got away? Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk more about that later.
okay, we'll get into it later.
Okay, you
All
want to
right.
do me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa. Get into that part.
Oh. Okay, I haven't
All right, what
done
do you
a
want?
dare yet.
You want a
so,
dare? All right, go for it.
I'm scared.
What does it say?
Describe the underwear you're currently wearing. It's so boring.
Is it? Are you wearing granny panties?
It's just a black thong.
That's not bad though.
It's so boring.
I'm
I was
wearing
gonna wear like some fun ones, like checkered pair, but yeah, I wish I was wearing granny panties. That would have been a funny answer.
That would have been funny. Well, at least now we know we're matching. So
That's a dare, or is that truth? It's a dare, huh?
all right, I think it's my turn, and I'm
Okay.
gonna go. What did I do last time?
You did a dare last time.
I'll go truth.
Yeah.
What's the worst intimate moment you've ever had?
I have a really good one if you don't.
Do you?
I have a really good one.
Do you want to do this one?
You want me to do this one? Yeah, okay.
All right, you do this one.
Okay. I feel like I'm stealing your podcast right now.
That's all right.
So, in high school,
Yep.
I was with my boyfriend and we were kissing.
Right.
And I hope my mom does not watch this because she's gonna be like, why were you kissing a boy in a church parking lot? But I mean, in the Midwest, where else do you go? You go to a church parking lot.
Yeah. Right.
That or you go in like a park.
Yep.
Basement or park.
Yep.
So we were kissing in a church parking lot
Mm-hmm.
and we were just doing our thing, feeling it out. And all of a sudden, I started tasting something in my mouth.
From
And
his mouth? Oh, go ahead.
So I was like, huh, this is kind of weird. I mean, what's this taste? Started tasting a little bit like pennies.
Oh my gosh.
So then, little did I know, my boyfriend at the time had a really bad nosebleed.
Oh my gosh.
And that nosebleed, instead of it coming out, it ended up going back down in his throat.
Oh no.
So essentially, when we're kind of like doing our thing, I was tasting his blood.
No way.
Uh-huh.
That's a great story though.
It's
Yeah, that's grody.
Now that I think about it, I'm like, damn, like I really did taste like some pennies or copper.
Oh, man.
I don't even know. It was the weirdest taste.
When did
And
you realize that it was like blood?
when I started to see a little bit coming down, and I mean, I like took myself back to like kind of see his face, like, oh, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And that's when I saw
And
it.
he was like, "What's up?"
I didn't want to embarrass him though, so I was just like, it's fine, don't worry about it. I wasn't gonna be like dying, like making him feel like absolute trash.
No, good
and
for you.
so yeah,
That's a
I
good
decided to
girlfriend.
let him feel a little bit comfortable, like,
You're like,
oh, don't
"Oh."
worry, like let me get tissues in the car type of thing.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that was honestly, I can't really like taste blood anymore because of that situation.
Hopefully you're not like.
And I don't think
drinking
he
a ton.
knows that like I had a little bit of a traumatic experience with it, and I don't think he'll know in the future either. Hopefully he doesn't watch this, but
Probably not. He probably won't. That is
Yeah.
funny though.
yeah,
That
it
is a
was
good story.
and I was just like, God bless me, like please, like not now. Yeah.
Well, good for you for like bouncing back and not making it feel bad.
No, because like when you're a teenager, I mean, kissing
it's
in
your
itself,
boyfriend.
yeah, and like it's a little uncomfortable. You don't want to make them feel insecure.
Right.
They're probably insecure already.
True.
And so I was like, no, I'm gonna make him feel really comfortable about it. I'm like, are you okay? Do you need? I was like, do you need a tampon? Kidding. Yeah, pop it in.
Right.
But yeah, he's a sweet guy, and I honestly don't think I've ever had that situation ever occur.
Yeah, that's a very specific story. I love it.
Yeah, that's the one that sticks out in my head right away. You don't have any?
I do. I have one. We'll go back to back. We'll both use this one.
Okay.
Well, it's not as good as yours though. No, I want a different one.
Oh, okay.
Yours was better than mine. All right, I'm gonna go truth again.
Okay.
What's the best compliment you've ever received?
Aw.
Okay, one that comes to my head really quickly was I was actually at like a church camp, like a week-long church camp, and one of the last nights, one of the leaders was actually like praying over me, and then when we had like stopped praying or whatever, she chit-chatted with me and she was saying like, Jack, I believe that like you have a ton of potential and you're really gonna make it, like whatever you want to do, whether it's film or acting or creative outlets, whatever it is. She was like, I know that you're gonna excel in it. And like I was like 18 at the time, and it still sticks with me. Like, what is that? 7 years later.
Yeah.
Like I still think about it all the time.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and she probably doesn't even remember this. I'm sure she's not going to watch this, but I know who it is. I know her name. Like I still think of her very fondly because of it.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because a lot of people don't realize the impact they can have on children.
Facts, for real.
So I have so much props to teachers. Like teachers really can change a child's life.
True that.
And like even counselors. I mean, you're Christian counselor, going to camp, all of that. So I think sometimes there's a stigma with like going to Christian camps, and
yeah, of course,
it's always like the Bible stories, like growing your faith, which is important as well.
Yeah,
but knowing that she kind of separated that and was just like, hey, like I know you have potential, and she was like hyping you up and speaking good things about you.
Yeah,
that probably like it made your self-esteem probably go up too, especially she's like a cute girl. You're like,
yeah,
thank
no,
you.
It was definitely like a moment where I was like, wow, like that meant so much to me, and I don't think she'll ever realize how much it meant to me, because like even now, like I said, I'm still thinking about it. It was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm like, compliments, how many times we've been complimented over our lives, and that one's the one that still stands out.
And it's not like it was like your looks, it was like
no, it was like something like
you have talent,
it was
you
cool.
have potential, and you're gonna thrive, which is incredible. And you are thriving.
We're thriving, surviving and thriving, baby.
Well, good for her.
Yeah,
good for you too.
Shout out her. Yeah, thanks, I appreciate that. All right, your turn.
Okay, I think there's like one more truth, so I might
what are you thinking?
Snipe that truth if that's okay with you.
Yeah, go. Well, what are we at right now? You've done.
So I think you have one more after me, and that's a dare. Do you want to do a dare, or do you want to do a truth?
I'll do it. I'll do a dare. You do the last truth.
Okay.
Go for it.
Let's see. Okay, so what is the meanest thing you've ever said to someone? Oh.
Taylor, you've never said a mean thing to anyone in your life.
No, I have like one thing that's really mean. And I hope my mom doesn't watch this.
You said it to her?
Yeah.
Oh, I've said some mean things to my mom too that I did not mean, but in the moment, I mean, it happens.
Yeah, like so it's a little bit of a heart to heart, but like we were getting in this big fight, and I don't even know what the fight was about.
Right.
But I remember saying this, and it like still breaks my heart that I said this to her. I was like, I hope when I grow up, I'm never like you.
Oh my gosh, that'll break a
Which
mom.
is like so sad, because when you're in high school, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're saying.
Yeah,
like you just say whatever is on your mind because you're upset and you want to hurt that person.
Right.
But like my mom is the most beautiful person on this planet. Like I hope to one day be an ounce of what she's like as a mother.
Okay, good.
And so like every day I make it up to her. I make it up to her.
You still don't feel that way.
But like, yeah, no, I don't feel that way at all. And it was
Right.
just like one of those angsty teen moments.
Oh,
but
I've
that
definitely
was
done
probably
that.
the meanest thing I've ever said. I've also said to like another person, I'm like, you're the worst human on this planet. But that's not that bad.
That's not that bad. There's
Yeah.
definitely worse things you could say. Definitely shines a light on, you got a pretty good personality if those are the worst things that you've said to people.
Yeah. Like I mean, I could have said like the fudge you. Like I know I can't say the F word, but like,
Yeah, fuck you.
to be honest, do a lot of people really say that and like it hurts the person?
No.
It's more of the personal stuff.
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah.
And so
Like saying like I don't want to be anything like you to a parent is very much like, oh man, like that's very personal. That tears
I know.
deep.
I'm like, damn, you're an awful kid. Like, why would you say that to your mom?
we were stupid in high school.
Yeah, so that was probably the worst thing. I'm trying to think like in relationships.
Yeah, anything crazy? You ever say anything to an ex that like cheated on you or anything?
I've never had anyone cheat on me.
You've never been cheated on, as far as you know? Well, probably not. Though.
No, because I would know.
Yeah, you would.
I would know.
Detective Taylor on the
Yeah,
case.
no. They would be scared of me if they like tried to cheat on me.
So you're nice until you're not.
Yeah, no, that's what I tell people. I'm like, I'm a very nice person until you really piss me off.
Right.
I have a backbone.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Good for
so
you. That's that
I've
Midwest
never,
blood.
Yeah, like just a little bit of a tough skin. I've never had like a guy. I've had guys like I've been talking to other girls, but that doesn't affect me as much. Like if we were dating and we were like having intimate moments, then I'd be like, oh, no.
Different story. Totally
So,
different.
Yeah, I've been very blessed of what I know that I haven't been cheated on.
Shout out your exes then.
Yeah, I've had some
sweet.
really good exes. I really have, and I've had some like crazy ones too, like genuinely like
Psycho.
ooh,
Yeah, like
scary. But
settle
like
down.
I've like one of my last exes, he's from Hawaii, and like I still talk to him this day, and it's one of those relationships where it's not even like, oh, what, it's so fuzzy, like why are we like still talking, like it's not dramatic, like
Right.
it's just a platonic friendship,
Cool.
and like we're supporting each other, and all
Those are the
that.
best ones. The ones that
Yeah.
end on good terms and you can still be
Yeah.
friends, and it's like there's still like something there, but it's not like you're both not like dying to get
Yeah.
back together or anything.
No,
That's a good friendship to have.
He lives in New Zealand now, and
Wow,
like,
shout out.
yeah, like he's a big world traveler, and
Good for
he was
him.
the boyfriend that was holding the jacket for me
Oh,
when I
yeah.
was trying to pee.
Oh, cool dude.
So yeah,
We
no,
like
he's
him.
super sweet. I met him in Hawaii.
Wow. Good place to meet somebody.
Yeah. He's like a local. So I was like, hey, that's a fun story to tell people.
Well,
Hang loose.
Hang loose.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's my turn. I'm going to go the last dare.
Yeah, go for it. You want me to
there's two left. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you open both of them and pick the one you like?
All right. Should I get a pick?
Yeah, go for it.
That's pretty easy. All right. This one says, show your recent searches on Instagram. Oh.
You're going to get caught if you have anyone you're searching.
What's the other one? If you have any tattoos, show each one and explain it. All right. Well, we're doing Instagram because I don't have any tattoos.
See, I wish I had a tattoo.
Yeah, so do I. I kind of want to show it off. I was thinking about getting a little butterfly tramp stamp. What do you think about that?
I heard tramp stamps are coming back.
No, who said that?
Pinterest.
I love that.
Pinterest.
That's so funny.
But if you're like, I mean, there's certain things in the 2000s, like the whole Y2K stuff that's happening right now.
Yeah.
I can see like belly button rings coming back into full trend.
I could see that. I could definitely see belly buttons coming back.
Tattoos are though, like if you were to look on like my Pinterest or any like aesthetically pleasing in like Pinterest or Instagram account, there's people who get back tattoos. It's pretty common.
Oh man, I never even thought, maybe because we weren't like born into an era where they were cool, but I never like saw a tramp stamp and I was like, oh dang, like I want to see more.
Yeah.
It's like no,
well then again,
tacky.
the ones we saw were like Aztec print, which
True.
is there's nothing wrong with it, but like you see a white girl that has that on her lower back, it
like,
doesn't really have meaning.
You're from Idaho, like like it doesn't make
like,
sense.
Go shave the potatoes.
Yeah,
you just gotta stop.
Right. All right, do you want to see my Instagram search?
Yes.
It's pretty lame.
Are any girls?
Yeah, but not even really.
No.
It was all like it has nothing to do with
your roommate.
Yeah, I know. Literally.
Elon's on here.
Yeah.
Okay, the Kid Leroy.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
That's super interesting.
Yeah, I love how your like most recent is yours.
I know.
Like
well, it's the Birdwatch
podcast.
Because I think what I did was I was editing, and I was sending over like the link for my Instagram to the YouTube description or something like that. All right. Oh no, I think I got a DM from a girl who I didn't know.
Yeah.
And she had posted a clip of the last episode, so I just like had jumped on there and responded to her. Like,
do you get a lot of DMs from posting? Like whether it's TikTok.
I'm starting to get a decent amount of DMs and like a decent amount of like girls that I don't know hitting me up saying like they watch the podcast.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, kind of fun.
That's good. You have like a community of women.
Yeah. Well, it's the community of women is definitely smaller than the community of guys.
Really?
Like,
you have more guys on here?
Oh my gosh.
Really?
I would say it's probably like platforms wide, TikTok and YouTube and Spotify. It's probably 80-20.
Dang.
We get a lot of dudes watching.
Oh yeah, because I mean, I guess like you're asking questions about guys,
right?
So.
And usually we have like a cute girl, so it's like they want to see the girl. You know, I don't think they're jumping on to look at me, but hey,
it's like we're
going
all
on?
Here for you.
Yeah, how's it going, Brad? Fun. Was that the last one? Did we do all of them?
That was the last one. I think we had one
out.
other dare, but I mean that one didn't really suit the both of us, so
we're done. Truth or dare over.
Yeah.
Sayonara.
Hope it was juicy for everyone.
Yeah. Did you guys like that? The black thong talk? Ooh.
No, it's so boring. I should have like had like my best like Victoria's Secret lacy
like,
butterfly type of thong on.
Bedazzled chains.
But I just want to be honest,
shoulders.
like girls, we don't always want to wear thongs.
No, why would you? In this situation, why would you wear something crazy?
Honestly, like we like our granny panties, like especially
Shout out
when
to
you're
granny panty.
maybe this is TMI, but like when you have your monthly, not everyone wants to.
You don't want to look sexy?
No, you don't. Yeah, not even that. You just want to feel comfortable.
True.
And so, I mean, I get it. Guys probably enjoy hearing about it, but
the period, the big P.
No, not that. The thong talk.
Oh yeah, the guys are eating that up right now.
They don't want the Hanes. They want Victoria's Secret.
I'm wearing. Oh, I thought I was wearing Hanes. I'm wearing Ralph Lauren, but
okay, Ralph Lauren's.
Ooh. You know, but okay, before everybody thinks I'm bougie, pretty sure I got like a 3-pack from Marshalls.
Okay,
so it's
Marshalls
not like
is great.
Marshalls is great.
Okay, so Marshalls, Target, and Home Goods, I think they're owned by the same company.
Are they?
Yeah.
I know Marshalls and TJ Maxx are the same.
And then Home Goods is like a
Home
branch
Goods, yeah,
off
that
of
does sound right. But I don't know if Target's connected, are they?
Did
Maybe.
I say Target? I said TJ Maxx, I think.
Oh, I think you said Target.
Oh, either way.
Well,
but
we do have video for
that.
that.
Yeah, I was going to say. So, yeah, TJ Maxx and then
Marshalls and Home Goods.
Yeah.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Those are all connected and they have the best stuff, the best candles. Weirdly enough, the food, though, I think is like 2 years old.
Yeah. I've never gotten food at any of those. I don't think they sell food at Marshalls or TJ Maxx.
My mom buys the food. She's like caramel corn.
Oh, from Home Goods.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
From Home Goods.
Shout out Home Goods. All right. So, next thing we do, relationship talk. So let's talk about boys a little bit. Let's see if you have some good Some good elderly advice.
Yeah, I feel like I'm an old soul deep down.
Do you?
I mean, maybe that's like a pick me girl type of comment, but I feel like I'm an old soul where this is like the flaw of mine is I see the best in everyone. And it can come off in a bad way in the sense of like,
I see what you're
but
saying.
I mean, at least he shut the door for you, or at least he paid for your meal instead of being like, oh, he's an a-hole.
So you just give people the benefit of the doubt.
Yes. And
that's not the worst quality.
No, I like to say it's like a hidden blessing.
Okay.
Because I'll never like be really angry at someone unless you do me super dirty.
Right.
But yeah, I also think like a hidden blessing is like loyalty as well, because
That's a huge one now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I am hands down like, if I'm dating someone, I am loyal to them. If
Loyal
someone
mama.
talks bad about them, I'm going to defend them. If like even their parents, like I will defend them and be there for them.
That's wifey vibes.
Oh, I hope so. You would want to have like a loyal wife,
Yes.
right?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
So that's something that it can be at fault too, though, because then if they don't do the same for you,
Tough.
it can be hard to kind of hold that standard high.
Yeah, you just have to find somebody who's going to be just as loyal as you are, though. You know what I mean?
100%. I agree with that.
All right. So first question for relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever stopped talking to a guy because you got bored?
No.
Really?
No.
Not even like in the fling stage.
So
you
this
were like,
is
oh, this is just not going to work.
I wouldn't even say it's bored. I think it's if I know that it's not it. So when I meet a guy, I usually can tell right off the bat if I'm interested.
Yeah.
I can tell, and it's not even just the physical features. I can just tell genuinely in our connection and the way we talk to each other.
Right, yeah.
Because usually I can tell, oh no, this might be more of like a friendship connection, or oh, I can see this person romantically. I could be picky. I won't lie.
Oh, same.
I can be really picky, but it's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad
When
thing.
anyone like, sometimes I'll go on TikTok and I see those relationship podcasts and they're like, oh, well, you shouldn't be picky. You should be open to this. I'm like, hell no.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
like
about to
I
spend
know
the rest of my life with them?
Yeah, like I know what I want. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna just settle for that.
Right,
so
exactly.
I would say it's not boredom. But then again, like I don't stop talking to someone. I usually try to be graceful with it because they're still a human.
Right.
So
I feel like you're a very considerate soul.
Yes. Like I never want anyone to feel really bad about themselves because like I may not be interested or I don't care.
Right.
And not even that, like I do care.
Uh-huh.
I do care because that's a human being. Like they have a soul, and you never know what you could say to someone that could hurt their feelings or
True.
like jeopardize how they go about with the next person they try to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
So I've never ghosted.
You've never ghosted anybody?
No.
Wow. Good for you.
I've never ghosted unless it's something where I feel like it's a little sketchy or it's dangerous. I don't. I'll just be
Okay.
like, I don't know why it's hard for people at our age just to be honest.
Yeah. Just like tell them straight up, like, this is just not working.
Yeah. Not even that. Just be like, hey, I appreciate you as a person. I care about like your thoughts and opinions, but I just don't see this going anywhere.
Yeah. I respect that.
And like, I know as a woman, like I love that stuff. When a guy can be straightforward to me, I love that. I hate the whole wishy-washy. Oh, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure. I'm just super busy. Like that is the worst excuse. You know, when a guy says, I'm just super busy, that's a lie.
Yeah. If a guy likes you, he is going to go out of his way to make sure that there's time for you guys to hang out.
Yes, I would 100%
It's pretty
agree.
obvious, but it's annoying when like they are being wishy-washy because then you already know. You're like, okay, you're just doing this to like try to save my feelings or something, but it just comes off as annoying.
And I don't have shame. Like I'll be straightforward. If like I like someone, I'll tell them.
Right.
I'm not shy about it. Unless they're like a celebrity, then yeah, I'll probably be shy.
Like Harry Styles.
Yeah, like if it's Harry Styles, oh my gosh, I probably couldn't even speak. And I'm not a huge fan. Like that man's just magical.
Yeah, he is magical. There's something about him.
The best thing about Harry Styles though is Harry Styles can connect with his female audience.
He is amazing at connecting with his fan base.
Yes, and a lot of those fans are girls.
Yeah, true.
And I don't think men who are artists, music artists, can connect with their females like he has.
I agree.
Because I mean, yeah, you have like other celebrities like Drake or who's like another well-known like musician that people really like.
Pretty much anybody you name, anybody, especially in like the rap industry or like hip hop, like they don't connect with their female audience like that.
No,
that's not their objective.
Even like the heartthrobs, like even One Direction, like I feel like Harry Styles can empathize with women.
Yeah.
And other artists probably can't get there.
I think he's very like. I see him on TikTok a lot, and the way he interacts with his fans. Like if somebody says something or whatever, he's like very conscientious of like giving them energy, you know, like giving them like attention.
I think he's a giver.
He is.
I
He
love
for
a
sure
giver
is.
because I'm a giver myself too. Like
Are you?
I'll be that person. If you call me up at 3 a.m. in Sedona and you're like, I need a ride,
You do
I'd be
it.
like, give me a second. Let me get my phone charged up so I can listen to music or
Right.
something like
Right,
that.
right, yeah.
Because I mean, the only problem with that is sometimes I expect them to give just as much back.
And you don't get it back.
Yeah. And usually in relationships, you have a receiver and you have a giver.
Yes.
And so it's
sometimes it is draining to be the giver.
Yeah, but I would rather be the giver than the receiver.
Really?
So I would, because I think like I have enough positivity and enough like love and comfort to give that to someone. I wouldn't want to be that person that takes it.
Yeah.
I would also probably be like, hey, like, you know, we can do it together, like collaboration of being like loyal and giving and all of that. So
I think most people would say that they're givers, but they're actually not. I'm not saying that about you. I'm saying most people would be like, oh,
well, maybe
yeah,
I'm like an awful person.
Yeah. You're like just a taker.
Yeah.
No, I'm totally kidding. I'm totally
Free
kidding.
drinks, give it to me.
Right. Yeah. Like,
actually,
you know.
now I think about it, at a bar, I've never like received a free drink unless it's the bartender.
Really?
I don't let them.
You won't take a free drink from a random guy?
No, because I feel bad.
What, really?
Yeah, I feel
Oh my gosh,
bad.
I would take a free drink from a girl in a heartbeat.
No, because I'm just like, this is the thing I get concerned about is like, usually if that person's giving you a drink, they expect something back.
They're interested, yeah.
Yeah, they're interested or they expect something back. And if I'm not interested, I don't want them just hanging
you.
around me. And then on top of that, I don't want to give them any false hope.
Good for you.
Yeah, I just feel bad.
You're a really good person, actually.
I don't know if I'm like a good person for doing that, but I just feel bad.
Good for you. That's awesome.
Yeah. But I did have like one guy I was talking to for a while, not even for a while, like 2 or 3 months that I thought was super boring.
Yeah.
But I was fine being his friend. Because,
Okay.
I mean, no one's really boring. Maybe your just approach is wrong.
Yeah, or maybe you're just not giving them an opportunity to like open up to you.
Yeah, because some people are just really shy.
True.
They're very shy and they're not sure how to.
I don't think we are, but
No. Like, I feel like I'm an extrovert.
I'm big time extrovert.
Yeah. Like, I can talk to anyone. I'll talk to like the flight attendants. I'll talk
Same.
to people at like the grocery
Uber drivers,
store. Yeah.
grocery
Yeah. I'm probably
clerks.
that person that people are like, oh my gosh, you should
Shut
shut
up.
up already.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And so I honestly think like no one's really boring. I just think some people may be a little bit more reserved and we never know why, or they're just naturally shy.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, let's be fair. Like people who are really shy usually are the most like imaginative, creative, like thinkers you can think of.
Yeah. I mean, they spend a lot of their time like very introverted.
Yeah.
So like they're thinking about stuff, they're comprehending stuff. It's not just like dead space in their head. So there's something going on. You just have to like kind of dig it out more than somebody like us who we're just going to spew out everything that we're thinking of, you know?
Yeah. I also think like for tips for guys though, if a girl thinks you're bored, then
Boring.
Boring.
Yeah.
I honestly like she's not worth your time then.
True.
Because I think if a guy's a little bit quiet or reserved, like I kind of want to crack that shell. I kind of want to
see
get
what's
to know,
inside.
Yeah, like get to know them more, see why they're psychoanalyzing them. I was a psych major.
Yeah.
So, I mean, honestly, if a girl's saying that though, it really is their loss.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's
Get
vice
out while you
versa.
can.
Yeah, vice versa as well. Like if a guy's saying that about a girl, okay, well, honestly, like that's the guy's loss. It's not your loss.
Right. Retweet. Good looks. Let's move on to the next relationship question.
Yeah.
What's your go-to activity to do with a new guy?
Okay. So I hate dinner dates.
Do you? So if somebody's like, yo, let's go grab, a movie and dinner.
I hate it.
And you're like, oh, too cliche.
I hate it because like if I'm going out to eat, I want to enjoy it. And not that I'm saying I wouldn't enjoy it with that person.
Right.
But like I want to get a burger. I want to get pasta. And like if I can indulge in food, I want to enjoy it and not feel like I need to watch how I eat or it's that awkward phase of you want to eat your food, but then again, like they're asking you questions and I'm sure they don't want to do that either.
True.
I always say like ice cream's a good idea if you want something that's a little bit more light. Coffee is so good to do.
Coffee's so good. But then it does limit you on what time of the day you're hanging out, which is also not a bad thing though.
But there's some coffee shops that are late at night.
Would you just get a decaf?
Yeah, I can't do coffee.
I can't do caffeine late.
Me either. I start shaking.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you pretty sensitive to caffeine?
Yeah, I'm sensitive to caffeine, medication. Isn't it like they say like a fast metabolism?
Probably.
It affects the way that you like take alcohol, alcohol,
Probably.
coffee.
Well, alcohol makes sense because I've always seen bigger guys be able to put away alcohol and be totally fine. And
I don't know the whole thing. I'm not sadly educated on that topic.
I'm not either.
But I'm pretty sure that's
But you
what
know
it
about
is.
yourself. You're sensitive.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I can have one drink and I'm done. And that's not me being like, oh, I can't do it. Like I'm white girl drunk. Like, no, I truly can't do it. And it's
funny.
a bummer because like if I'm spending $13 on a drink, I want to finish it.
True.
I can only finish like probably 3/4 of it. And I'm like, all right, I'm done. I usually give it to the date or my friend.
Thankfully, though, if you're only getting one drink, you're saving more money than most people.
Yeah,
because some people have to drink like 5 or 6.
Yeah,
and then they're at the same place as you after 3/4 of a drink.
That is true. Yeah, that's very true. I also think like shots are better though.
Shots? Just get it down?
Yeah, I don't like doing the sippy sip. Like,
No.
I'm not a toddler. Just give me the shot and we'll call it good.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, if I had to pick one idea to do, I have like a bonfire pit in my apartment complex.
Oh, yeah.
And nothing's more romantic than just like a bonfire.
I do love
like
a bonfire.
a crickle and a crackle of a fire going, and like usually that person will bring wine or I'll have wine, and it makes them feel comfortable too.
Right.
And it doesn't have a lot of pressure because typically where I have the bonfire, no one's there. And then like you get to know them on a more personal level outside of like a public area. So that's what I would do.
That's cool. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like bonfires even outside of like a romantic setting.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big bonfire head, and I think it comes
It makes
from
everyone like,
oh, just like chill, and it's social, and there's still something to look at. It's not like just like dead space. You're not sitting in somebody's kitchen, and you're still outside. You're getting fresh air, and you can have a drink or two. It's fun.
Yeah.
I love bonfires.
And I mean in Michigan too, because Michigan, like Phoenix kind of has a lot of pollution.
Yeah.
But when you go to Michigan, where I'm from, you can look up at the sky and see all the beautiful stars.
True.
And like you can smell more of the outdoors. I grew up by the lake.
Yeah.
So me and my friends, sometimes we'd do like bonfires in the backyard, or we'd go to the lake and have a bonfire. So
much fun.
yeah, it just has good memories. And like, not that I do this with every guy I go on a date with, or like if I had an idea, but I do it with friends too.
Yeah.
I mean, like my birthday, the last thing, what I did to celebrate that is we just like got Postinos and sat by the fire.
How fun. Isn't Postino's hot dogs? Or no, that's
Postinos is like the charcuterie boards.
Oh, yeah. What am I thinking of? Portobelli's?
Portillo's?
Portillo's? Is that what it
yes,
is?
Portillo's is like in Chicago. Yeah.
Is that hot dogs?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I would for sure do like a bonfire pit where the guy can feel comfortable, I can feel comfortable. And then on top of that, like you have the fire. It's just like more of a romantic setting.
It is a good one.
You don't have people's eyes on you. Yeah, like you don't have people's eyes on you.
True.
And then like if the date goes well, I also like walks. I'm a big walker.
Me too.
Because I'm someone that has to be stimulated, especially if I'm going to make some conversation with a stranger. Like meet them at a park, a public park.
Public park.
Just to be safe.
Yeah. You might want some people around for that one.
Yeah, exactly. So that would be my recommendation.
That's good.
Yeah. What about you?
I like bonfire. I think that's a great one. I wasn't thinking about that, but I would have to agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to do specific things for if I'm talking to a girl and I really like her and I want it to go somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll probably pick out like certain things that I know she likes and like kind of cater the date to that.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
that makes
sweet.
sense.
Like it's accommodating.
Yeah, try to.
Because like I know guys literally they go to the same place every time.
Yeah.
Like they'll go to a bar, they'll go to the same coffee shop.
True.
And you know,
Kinda
it gets
lame.
boring.
Right.
I mean, I bet
Spice
it's
it
boring
up.
for them. I bet it's awkward for the servers who are like,
Totally,
"Oh, you're
like-
here with another girl.
Yeah.
All right, what drink do you want today?"
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So
You got to change it up, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here's your next relationship question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What are you scared of about being a mom?
Ooh. Okay, I think like the most obvious answer is labor.
Labor. Oh my gosh.
I mean, imagine like you're ripped apart.
Okay.
I mean, sorry, like that may have to be censored, but
That's fine. We'll put a little cluck in there. Like
yeah, but like getting ripped apart alive, like it's
Ugh.
even just intimidating knowing you're bringing another life.
True. A lot of responsibility.
That's a ton of responsibility, whether you want it or not.
So physical and emotional.
Emotional, but I think my biggest fear is like I would never excel to what my mother's done for me because I'm a child of 5 kids.
Okay.
And she was basically a single mom. And I mean, she's like Wonder Woman. She worked hard. She educated us. I think the best thing I got from her was her morals and her integrity.
Wow.
And just being very
That's a good one.
Yeah, and just being very authentic with yourself, which I mean, it's hard in today's society, especially when you see so many influences like TikTok, Instagram. All those things can really influence how you look at yourself. And so I really give a lot of credit for her for me being the way that I am.
Yeah.
And so for me as a mother, like I want to pass those morals and the integrity of who my children are. And like, I want them to be good people.
Right. I
Like,
mean, every parent does.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and my biggest fear is like, you know, what do I do if they don't feel like they're valued or supported or cared for by me? Like that, I would have such guilt with that. But then again, I also think kids need to make mistakes.
Definitely.
Because if I didn't make mistakes, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at now. And I think
Yeah.
I'm in a good place. So that
Fingers
would be,
crossed.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
So, and I'm that person. If I had sons, like I would definitely tell my sons like, no, you're in the wrong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You should, though.
100%. Because I hate moms who are like, oh, my son, I love him. He can't do no wrong.
Yeah, I had buddies like that in high school where I was like,
Yeah.
I'd go over to their house and he would be complaining about something that I knew he was in the wrong for.
Yes.
And their mom would just be so accommodating to like,
Oh, I
like,
hate
like,
that.
oh no, you know, that's so messed up. Like they shouldn't do that to you or whatever. And I'm like,
No,
oh my gosh,
I'm the mom
like,
that's like, no, you're in the wrong.
yeah,
You're an a-hole.
That
Like,
was
you
my
should-
mom. Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
my
Well,
mom
not-
was.
She wasn't aggressive like that. My mom was.
I would be.
My mom's a sweetheart, but
Mm-hmm.
her and my dad, like, I'm almost assumed that I was in the wrong to start until I could
Yeah.
prove wrong or like to
Yeah.
prove differently.
Mhm.
And I'm very appreciative of that because I wasn't babied or catered to at all growing
Same,
up.
yeah.
So I had to like state my case before they'd be like, okay, yeah, you are right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
good. That's
Yeah.
growing up
Yeah, I agree. I think sometimes like people need to make mistakes to learn from them,
for sure.
and hopefully they do actually learn from them
Yeah.
and don't make them again.
Yeah, hopefully.
But yeah, that's something like I really want to just like raise my children to be like very caring, loving. I mean, obviously like have integrity, work hard. A strong work ethic is like something I would strive for my children.
And it's declining.
It is. It's
Yeah.
so ugh. And like I don't want to raise my kids in an environment where there's iPads.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I also think it's cool to like have your kids in a system where they're cultured. It's like being in an area where there's a lot of diversity. They're able to like travel. If I'm like privileged to do that, I would love to take my kids to travel.
Like traveling around.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like
my
internationally, are you thinking?
probably not when they're younger.
Yeah, right.
But like when they're older, why not? If you have the money, I think like that's such a cool experience as a young child to see.
Oh, yeah.
Or even a teenager. And then like they can be more adaptive in like life, like whether that's they go to college or they move to a different city, like they can become familiar and making more friends, like just those skills I would love to teach them. But like
Yeah.
my biggest fear is what happens if like I can't teach them that, because you never know. Like I truly would have to be a mother to know what my biggest fear would be.
Right. I think that's why it's a fear, though, because it's an unknown.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
such
think
an unknown.
Once you get to that point, though, obviously there's going to be areas where you don't
Yeah.
excel as a mom. But I think
I'm gonna be an awful cook.
you think you're
That's
not
actually a fear. I'm like an okay cook, but like if I had to cook like beef roast or like
Casseroles.
lemon chicken, it'd be like, nah, you're gonna Tony's Pizza.
That's all right. I'm not a great cook either.
I can make like a good batch of eggs.
yeah. Gotta love eggs. Your kids are gonna be strong. I'm not.
I
a
hope my
great
husband
cook.
can cook. That's like my biggest thing.
Really?
That's like a green flag for me. I'm like, if you can cook, that's good.
I have like 5 or 6 dishes that I pretty much put into rotation.
Yeah.
I'm kind of a little bit of a cheapo when it comes to food. Like I try not to eat out
Yeah.
too much, but I'll just make like the kind of the same meals
Yeah.
throughout like a 2-week period. And I've gotten good at those, but I don't really expand at all. I don't go out of my
Yeah.
comfort zone very much.
But if you're good at it, I mean,
Yeah.
you don't need anything else. Some people, they do that and they're still not good.
True. All right. So your last relationship question. What's something that was pleasantly surprising about one of your last crushes?
So I have one crush
Yeah.
at the moment, and he knows, like, I think he's a cutie patootie. So there's a coffee shop that I visit frequently. It's in
Arizona.
Arizona. It's in downtown, kind of midtown, downtown Arizona.
Okay.
I'm not going to say where.
Nope. Yeah.
But there's a barista there, and he's super trendy, really cool, has kind of like a skater vibe.
We
And
love
if you know
that.
anything about me, I love a skater.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love the long, shaggy hair. I know it's bad because usually you got to really step out of your comfort zone when it comes to that type of stuff. But like, I just have a very specific type.
Right. Yeah. Shut
But
up.
anyways, yeah, that guy, like, hung out with him, talked to him, super cool, super friendly. And then all of a sudden he goes, I was a ballet dancer.
Oh, I bet
Yeah.
you loved that.
Yeah. He's like, I was a ballet dancer, like a professional ballet dancer for like 5 years.
You're like, shut up, let's make out.
I never made out with him. But I was like, what?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. I was like a ballet dancer. He was in the company.
What
like
is that?
So like there's a company for almost a couple cities have companies, like a dance company.
Okay.
Where they put on professional shows.
Wow.
Yes. So he was a ballet dancer, and I thought that was so cool because
That is very unique.
Yeah, because you don't hear a lot of guys say like, oh, I do dancing, let alone professional dancing.
Let alone professional ballet.
And then let alone
Yeah.
his aesthetic being the complete opposite of it.
Right.
And like
Oof.
it was cool to hear his perspectives on like body dysmorphia for a guy.
Oh,
and,
interesting.
yeah, and like he shared his story about just like being a ballerina dancer and having more of like a touch with women because he grew up with women. And so I thought that was super cool to hear.
Yeah. That's a great story.
I was like, that's a fun fact.
Yeah. Ballet. Wow. What are the chances? And you do kind of like a little bit of like a femme touch side to a guy.
Yeah.
Not that, I mean, well, I would say ballet. Ballet is a little.
100% I do.
Yeah.
Like I for sure have more of a, I like guys who are a little bit more emotional.
Yeah.
Because I'm an emotional person.
Yeah.
I don't like the emotionally unavailable guys.
Really?
No.
I think that's trending right now. Girls seem to like that. It's like they want to be the reason why they open up. Like they're like this outside kind of a-hole like to everybody else. But then like when you just get along with him, it's like so different and he opens up to you. I think that's what girls like right now.
So I say no to that because that man is going to be your husband if you end up marrying him.
Right.
He's going to treat your kids like that.
Right.
He's going to treat the waiter like that. At
yeah.
your, like
everybody, your friends, your family friends, your parents, your kids.
It may be fun for like a fling or whatnot, or like friends with benefits, or even a situationship.
Right.
But I would never want that as a partner because again, like that is your partner. That is someone that's going to have your back. That's someone that needs to nurture you and your relationship.
Facts.
Like, so if that's someone who is going to be like tough and mean or aggressive, like nah,
I think
leave it at the door.
That's something that you realize as you mature or have been through relationships with people who are emotionally unavailable. You eventually realize like, okay, even if it is kind of like attractive or something is cute about it, like I do need to find somebody who's going to be emotionally available because that's so important. Like 20 years into a relationship when you both get old and kind of uglier and stuff, like really all you have is like that person's characters and their qualities, and you need to get to know them and get along with them just through conversation.
I completely agree. And I also think a lot of girls, I was literally talking to a guy the other day and he's like, girls love it when guys treat them bad.
True.
And I was like,
that is true.
It's so sad that we have that as a norm now.
Yeah.
Because they think if a guy treats a girl a little bad, or the girls think if the guy treats them a little bad, then, oh, like they might be interested a little. Yeah. And it's like, no, like it's just hard. Like in today's society, if you can't like play the game, then you look like undesirable.
Like an
almost.
outsider.
Yeah. Like and that's why I'm like, I feel like I'm an old soul. Cause like, I just want a nice guy.
Yeah, right.
I just want someone friendly.
I think like nice guys and girls who are looking for nice guys finish last, which is funny because even nice guys seem to go after like the, I hate to say it, but like girls, like, you know, like the brattier girls.
Because they like a chase.
Right, exactly. And they kind of treat them bad and you're like, why are they treating me like that? Like I should be able to get them or whatever it is. Yeah. So guys tend to go after the wrong types of girls and girls definitely go after the wrong types of guys. It's just, that's just how it goes.
Yeah. It's a bummer too because I think like everyone deserves to have a partner or feel loved.
Facts.
But then again, like sometimes you don't know how to do that to someone else. So.
True.
Yeah. That's my opinion on it all.
Well, I think we dove into relationships. I think we killed that. All right. So next segment we're doing questions for guys. So you got some questions for me?
I do. Okay.
All right. So how many do you have?
I have. Let me get on my notes.
All right. Okay.
I have a ton of them. So I had a work meeting today.
Let's go.
And my coworkers, I have one that's like a 40-year-old dad. I have another one. He's like 20s. I have a coworker that's a girl that's my age, and I was like, guys, I need questions. Yeah. And like, we got you. So
shout out.
Yeah, I was gonna say shout out to my coworkers at my certain job. I can't say the name of it. But let me see if okay. So I'll go light first.
Okay, yeah.
The first question is, at what point should a couple start sharing the tab?
Sharing the tab. So like dinner or
like let's say you go out for drinks and dinner, or you just get drinks. Like when does it start where a girl's like, I'll take it for today, or a guy's like, oh no, I'll split it with you type of thing.
Okay. Right. Oh, good question. I would say it's kind of fluid though. It's like kind of relationship to relationship. It depends on where you're at in the relationship, not so much like the duration of how long you've been dating. Yeah. So it could be like 6 months. If you guys are getting really serious and you're probably going to get married after like a year and a half, then yeah, if you're both comfortable with splitting the tab, go for it. Yeah. Sometimes relationships don't develop until like 9 months, a year. Maybe that's when you start talking about it. But it's more so where you're at in the relationship rather than like time spent dating.
I kind of think it's cool when a girl takes the tab.
Yeah, I do too.
I think
it's very attractive actually.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got this one, babe. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Like it's like I'm taking care of you.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously
you're coming home with me.
Yeah. Obviously it's nice to see a guy take the tab, but like I feel a little guilty when I see him take it every time.
Really?
I mean, from the Midwest, it's very traditional for a guy to always pay for the meal.
Right.
But then again, like, why always be in the norm? Like, why don't we do something different? And I'll pay for the drinks, or I'll pay for ice cream and you pay for dinner.
Let's
I
go.
always say thank you.
Do you? Yeah,
Yes.
that's very
oh my
Midwest.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yes. I always say thank you. Midwest hospitality. It's a legit thing.
You know, even more so than that, like if a girl doesn't say thank you, like if I take her out, treat her to a meal, have a great time, and then she doesn't say thank you, I'm kind of like what? Like,
yeah.
what?
And it's not like they have to like bow down to you.
No,
like,
no.
Thank you so much for this meal.
Exactly.
Thank you for this salad at Applebee's.
Yeah,
Like, no, it's more so just like, hey, like, thank you.
Common
I
courtesy.
appreciate. Yeah. Just being polite.
Right.
So I think that's a good answer though.
Thank you.
Because there are couples like my best friend, like she would sometimes take the bill and be like, it's fine. Like, we're going to get married. Who cares?
Right. Exactly.
It's your money, just like my money type
right.
of thing.
Yep.
So I agree.
Good question.
Second question.
Yeah. What do we got?
This might be a little bit heavier.
Let's go.
So, do you think it's difficult for young men your age or around your age to be vulnerable about sharing their mental health struggles or seeking professional help due to society or gender roles?
Yes. I feel like not a loaded question, but that is like the right answer. Of course.
Yeah.
The way that culture's going, mental health issues are rising in guys. So something that definitely needs to be focused on. I don't think a lot of guys our age are willing to even like internally comprehend or face their issues. They're like, no, I'm fine. You know, I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm doing fine. I don't need to worry about this right now. But those are the issues that develop like later on then. Like they get worse and worse. So definitely important. Like if you do see signs, focus on it, get a therapist, talk to a homie, talk to a parent, talk to a dad, whoever you have to talk to, but like get it out. Like we talked about, we need to be a little bit more emotional or a little bit comprehensive about our issues. What do you think?
I think that it depends on your environment, obviously, like not to be a stereotype, but like if you're just hanging out with dudes and you don't feel comfortable telling them like, hey, I'm kind of struggling here. I also think like the pandemic as well has been in some ways a really good thing, especially with mental health, because a lot of people struggled during the pandemic.
True.
A lot of people did, especially
Definitely.
like financially, but most importantly emotionally, because you're stuck in your house and that means you got to think with your thoughts.
True.
You can do some puzzles, you can do some like whipped coffee, but at the end of the day, like you have your thoughts and that's it.
You have so much time.
So I think in general, we're on the right path where people are becoming more open, talking about like their anxiety or their depression. And I think another thing too is I almost want celebrities to talk more about it as well, especially male celebrities, like male athletes. I think that would be really beneficial
For sure.
for guys like our age who may be like struggling with like OCD or depression or anxiety, because then, you know, at the end of the day, like it's an influence. So
Right. Yeah. And if you see somebody who you're like, oh my gosh, they're a superhero, there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah.
If they start talking about it, then you're like, okay, maybe I can be a little bit more into perspective and realize, I have issues too.
Yeah, and honestly, it's attractive. At least for me, I think it's really attractive when a guy can be like, look, you know, I'm struggling emotionally.
Yeah.
I am seeking like help or therapy. I think it makes them look, it's a natural thing, and they seem genuine and humbled. Where I can kind of turn off when a guy's like, oh, I don't care, I'll wipe it off, whatever, I'm gonna go to the gym and it's no big deal.
Pump it out.
Yeah, no, like I think it's important to process your emotions no matter what.
I think that's our natural response though, because we've talked about this in past podcasts too. Guys growing up from like the beginning of our adolescence is like we get injured, we get hurt in a sport, we fall off a bike. It's like, suck it up, you're fine.
Yeah.
Rub some dirt on it, you're okay. So like even from the jump, our subconscious tells us like, oh no, just suppress it. You're fine. You're good. Keep moving. Keep living. You know, you got other things to worry about. You're not supposed to be the emotional one. But I do think it's important to like be conscientious that we have issues too.
Yeah.
You know?
No, 100%. Everyone's human.
Right.
Everyone is human.
Definitely
and that's why I
true.
try to give a lot of grace to people when they do make mistakes or they may not be acting the best.
Right.
Because it's like, okay, I get it. But then again, you got to hold them accountable.
Right. And bounce back.
Yes. Good. Okay.
Good.
Me pulling like a Dr. Phil here. Okay. What's another question? Oh, let's do a little bit more of a fun one.
All right.
So what has been your favorite age so far and why?
Favorite age? Oh man. I loved freshman year of college.
Everyone does.
Yeah. So 18 was a great age. 21 was fun because then you're kind of like jumping into a new stage of life. And then honestly, like this last year was amazing. 24 was awesome. I just turned 25 pretty recently, but 24 was a great year.
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. No, 24 was amazing. Learned a lot about myself. Did a lot of like self-focused stuff. Wasn't really focused on anything else other than, okay, these are my aspirations. This is kind of what I want to go after.
Yeah.
How do I put things in a place where I can make it happen? So it's very fun to see like things kind of coming to life.
Yeah.
But other than that, freshman year of college and 21.
Freshman year of college is fun too, especially if you go out of state for school.
True.
Like
That was
that's
us.
when, like you really gain your independence.
Right.
Like I remember I got sick one time and I couldn't call my mom and be like, Mom, can you like pick me up food? No, like I had to really like fend for myself.
Yeah,
and
you got to make it happen.
Yeah, you become a lot more independent. And
True.
then I think like the Midwest, it is a bubble.
It's a huge bubble.
A beautiful bubble to be in.
We love the bubble.
Yes, but once you get out and you experience like different norms, like not that people are bad in like Arizona or Scottsdale or Phoenix, but like they have a different way of life.
For sure.
And so me like learning to adapt with that as well was really good for me at 18, because then I think like no matter where I go, I can adapt to people and like understand why they act a certain way. Because like the Midwest is very much like hospitality, open the door, please, thank you,
take care of everyone.
And I think like sometimes like here it's more, oh thanks, like oh like it's just a different way of life here.
Right, for sure. And it is fun to kind of like adapt to different cultures, different realities, all that stuff. So definitely a great age.
18 was fun too, because like I didn't drink at 18. Wink, wink.
Yeah, we didn't. Never.
But like, I mean, you kind of get into more of the party stage. And
for sure.
I mean,
it comes with the independence.
Yeah, it does. It comes with the independence. And I think you start to really grow into yourself and figure out like, okay, like who am I?
Yeah.
Who am I outside of high school? Who am I outside of my hometown?
For sure. Dope.
Okay.
All right, next question. What do we got?
Okay. Let's do this one.
Okay.
What is a stereotype or a generalization that you're tired of hearing about with men?
Oh, great one. So a stereotype that guys get labeled with a lot. That's not always true. I mean, it's so obvious, but like a lot of women say like, oh, men are pigs. Men are just worried about sex. Men only want this. Men only want that or whatever. They never actually want a relationship. It's like so not true for so many guys, but I understand why girls feel that way.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. We kind of had a conversation before the podcast started. The thing that you don't like is when girls are like, oh, she's crazy or she's a psycho.
Oh, I hate that.
Right.
Maybe I am the psycho then.
Yeah, right.
Like, truthfully, maybe I am the psycho. If that's like being a psycho, then I'm going to embrace it.
Shout out.
I'm crazy then.
Woo. No, I think both of them are, I understand why people say it, because like there are a lot of guys who can be very sex motivated.
Yeah.
But there are so many guys out there that like just don't seem to get a shot very often.
Yeah.
That are not like that. They're the nice guys and they want a relationship and they want to find like a wife and they want to have a family and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But probably the stereotype that's irritating to hear a lot is that like all men are pigs.
Yeah.
Not true.
No, you're 100% right in that. And I think with the whole like sex driven thing, if girls are experiencing that, maybe try something different.
Yeah, new guy.
Because like, I mean, I've been there. Like I've had guys who purely just like want me for sexual reasons. And like it was obviously a tough lesson to learn. Like, no, like this is not what I want. Like I deserve better than this.
Right. Good for you though.
Yeah. I mean, but it took some time.
It takes growing up.
Yeah. It takes time to like know like my worth and knowing, okay, if he just wants me for sexual like pleasure, like he can go to the clubs.
Right.
He can go on his dating apps. Like I don't want that for myself. Like because it's true, when you essentially are giving yourself to someone, like you're connecting your souls together, or like, you know, it's an intimate thing. So that's how I feel for girls when like they may have done that with someone and then they do them wrong, or they just said, nah, I just like hooking up with you. It hurts.
It definitely hurts.
It hurts.
And then their immediate response is like, oh, all men are pigs, which that's why I said like, I get it. I understand why you say that, because it's coming from a place of like past hurt or past trauma, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But rest assured, there are some good fellas out there.
Yes, that's 100%
and
true.
some non-crazy chicks.
I'm crazy. No kidding.
Yeah, except for Taylor. Taylor is crazy.
I mean, I'll embrace it. Like if a guy's like, oh, she's crazy because she texts you every day. Like, okay, well, I guess I text you like once a day. I mean, maybe I'm crazy then.
Must be nuts.
Yeah. I know who I am. I am who I am. So
good for you. All right. So last thing we're going to do today, cute or cringe.
Okay.
This is how it works. I'm going to give you a couple prompts. You're going to tell me cute, you like it, or cringe, you don't like it. Are you ready?
Yes, give it to me.
Here's your first one. Cute or cringe, PDA.
If I'm drunk, it's cute.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be honest. Like if I'm like chilling with my boy and I'm like a little tipsy and he like has me putting my legs over him, I'm like, yeah, like this is kind of cute. But if I'm like sober and we're getting breakfast, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah, like back up, son.
Moving up. Yeah, I think, and like there's also a spectrum to it too.
There is a spectrum.
So I mean, like if you're holding hands, I don't think that's weird. But if you're like on his lap making out, then that's a little weird. No one wants to see that.
Nobody wants to see that.
The way I look at it is, if your parents were to be sitting in front of you, would you be doing it?
Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, like that's a good like basis to follow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
for
like
sure.
I wouldn't be kissing like my boo thing if I have my mom sitting there.
Heck
like
no.
my mom would be like, get your hands off her type of thing.
Right,
So,
exactly. But like if you were just chilling with him and you had your legs up on him, I don't think your mom would care.
No, my mom would.
Okay.
My mom would be like, Taylor Elizabeth, stop that.
Knock it off right now.
She's like, you are a well-honored girl. Like,
You're from the Midwest.
yes. No, she would be like, what are you doing? Like, stop that right now.
That's funny.
But
My
I
mom-
think like when I'm drunk, I'm definitely a little bit more lovey.
Yeah.
Like
Little
I
lovey-dovey.
just like want to be a little cutesy and like snuggle up
Yeah.
against them.
I do like physical touch. Even when I'm sober, but I don't really like it in public. Like I'm not a huge PDA guy.
Yeah.
I don't need to be like grabbing onto you and playing with your hair, or like, you know, you don't have to be on top of me making out with me in a coffee shop. But
I also like want to be considerate about the people around me.
yeah,
too.
exactly. Nobody else wants to see that. If you've been single before and you've seen PDA, you know for a fact what it feels like to be the person outside looking in. It's
Yeah.
like, what are you guys doing? It's so cringy.
I have to agree. I also think though, it depends on your love language too, because some people are very much like physical touch. And that's
Yeah,
their
but I
only-
am though.
Oh, you are? Like that's your number one?
Oh yeah, big time.
Oh,
Not even
okay.
close. And I
Okay.
still know that like if there's people around and they don't want to see that, I'm not going to just like it's just
Yeah.
not the place for it. You know what I mean?
That's true. I would for sure say mine is like quality time.
Quality time.
Yeah, and words of affirmation.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm a big words of affirmation person.
Yeah, I like words of affirmation
I'm
too.
like waiting for a guy to write me a cute letter. I'm waiting.
Dear Taylor.
Yes, it would be so sweet.
Yeah. I'll write you a letter and keep it anonymous. So you're like, oh, who is it? And then I'll
Secret
sign it.
admirer.
I'll sign it with like a coffee bean, so you think it's the barista.
I like. He's such a nice dude. He gives me free drinks, so I'll take that.
Shout out.
Yeah.
We love him.
He writes my name.
Does he?
Yeah.
Big swoopy.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, here's your next one. Cute or cringe when a guy takes mental notes on you?
Oh, I think that's so cute.
Yeah.
I think that's adorable.
Yeah, we love that.
Oh no, I like. It shows that he cares.
True.
Like
About you.
Yeah.
He cares about you.
Yeah, like he cares to like know about my interests, my hobbies. Like I think like the little things really can make a relationship good.
Oh yeah.
And like if a guy can't even remember like the smallest things, like I talked to a dude who didn't even know how many siblings I had.
Oh really?
Yeah, and
It's
like
5.
Thank you. 5. It took him like 3 months.
Really?
I'd be like, so how many siblings do I have? And he'd be like,
17.
Yeah, no, he'd be like, I don't know. And I'm like, stop. Like, how do you not know? I feel like I'm like hitting my head against the wall, like
that's so
having to
funny.
explain it. So I think it's really important. And
Yeah.
same with the girl. The girl should be doing the same thing.
Definitely.
Like
Totally
you should
agree.
always be willing to make your relationship special.
Yeah.
Even if it's a small thing like, oh, I love like Kit Kat bars.
Mm.
Okay, like I'm that person. I'll go get you a Kit Kat bar because I know it makes you happy.
Right.
And I want you to know that you're valued and you're appreciated.
Yeah.
Like that's my thing. I love giving like small sentimental gifts.
Like inexpensive, but something that you know will mean something to them.
Yeah, like I was talking to a guy for a hot second where he was like going on a big trip and he was like in my apartment. I have film cameras set up and he's like, gosh, like I would love to have a film camera. And so like me thinking, damn, like he graduated at ASU and he was like, you know, wanted to get a film camera, but like didn't know how to go about it. So like me as like a gift to him, I like got him a card like saying, congratulations, that's great. Like it's a big accomplishment to graduate college. And then I gave him a film camera so he could take it on his trip.
Wow.
Yeah, like
What
that's
a cool
like
chick.
yeah, like that's the things that you should do for someone
True.
to show like, hey, like I appreciate you and I want you to know like I care.
Right.
You don't have to like buy them a super fancy dinner. At least I'm that person. Like I don't need a fancy dinner to woo me. Like just
Right.
remember small things about me.
Right.
And
yeah.
like
I've heard that from a lot of girls. And I think sometimes though, guys just don't always remember. Like
yeah.
I wish I was better at remembering stuff, because like I've had relationships where I could not remember certain things. And I don't know. If I could go back in time, I would have like been a little bit more conscientious about taking mental notes. But you know, you just kind of learn from those.
Put it in your notebook.
Yeah.
Like get your phone up whenever like a girl's like, oh, I love yellow Converse. Okay.
Yeah. Got it.
Yellow Converse
Sounds
down.
good.
Yeah.
Right.
Just like I think
I've definitely taken notes.
I think
like
the
that.
background of it too is just being a really good listener.
Yep.
Just like hearing them out, hearing like what their hobbies are,
True.
what's their favorite movie, favorite drinks, all of that.
I've definitely learned that from just like doing a podcast that literally caters to talking to women.
Yeah.
Like almost every single one of our guests is like, just listen. Like sometimes I just need you to listen. Yeah. And I think that's super important.
Yeah.
But,
especially when like we're hurting and we need to communicate something to you.
Right.
It may be uncomfortable for the guy to hear it, but
Right.
like just for them to acknowledge it, it says above miles, like, wow, like, thank you.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out. Very cool.
Yeah.
Here's your next one. Cute or cringe? Pho noodles.
What?
Do you know what pho noodles are? Like PHO noodles? Like pho?
Yes.
You know what those are?
Yes.
Cute or cringe?
Like noodles are weird. Think about it. Noodles are kind of weird.
I mean,
the
they're-
word noodle is fun to say, like noodle.
Noodles. It is a good word.
But,
Wait,
I mean-
noodles weird you out a little bit?
Yeah,
Are you
they
saying
kinda-
cringe
It's
about
a
pho?
little icky, like these little bit, especially the spaghetti ones. And pho noodles are thin too.
Yeah, very thin, like angel hair almost.
I'm gonna say cringe.
Yeah, okay. I respect it. I love pho. I think it's
I do too. I think it's great when you're sick.
Yeah.
I
True.
like putting siracha in it because spicy food's really good.
You love spice?
Yeah, I love spice.
I wish I loved spice.
In and out of the bedroom. No, I'm kidding.
Times
Yeah,
10.
But I just think like noodles, ugh, like cold noodles gross me out.
True. Cold noodles are gross.
It's almost as bad as wet socks.
Oh, I'm not comparing those two. You're crazy.
Yeah,
Fun
maybe I
noodles?
am the psycho.
Yeah, right? Yeah. It came all the way back around.
Mm-hmm.
I love pho noodles. I hate wet socks.
Yeah.
So that's my cute on pho, cringe on
It's
wet
cheap
socks.
though.
It is
I
pretty
kn- like,
affordable.
it's really cheap if you're trying to like ball on a budget with your grocery list. Like get those noodles.
True.
Noodles are very cheap,
Yeah, that's facts.
but I'm not
buy
gonna
them all
lie,
the
they're
time.
cringe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame you. I respect it. I love having a passionate answer behind it too. All right, here's your next one. Cute or cringe? Dudes with dump trucks. So like a dude with a big booty,
Oh,
like a butt.
I don't care.
So cute / cringe.
I would say like it depends. Like I mean, if it's a big booty, I'd be kind of jealous.
Really? You'd be like,
I'd
come
be like,
on.
damn, like give it to me.
Yeah, give me like half of that.
Yeah, but I would say if it's like a little obnoxious, I'd probably say cringe, which is bad because then again, like that's such a double standard. Because like if a guy said that about a girl,
It'd be like taking the wrong way.
yeah, like take
I
it
don't
the
think
wrong
so, though.
way.
You have
don't
your
think?
own. You have your own. Well, I'm just different though. I don't feel like I have that like cultural norm of
Yeah.
very sensitive about stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you don't like something, you don't like it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Whatever. Like
I would say if it's toned, good for them. I want to know what they do for squats.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, like it's in the middle, definitely in the middle. If
So-
it looks like a cartoon,
Yeah.
then I'm like, leave
Beep,
it to like
beep.
Looney Tunes or something.
Right. Yeah. Shed some of the tush. All right. Here's your last cute or cringe.
Okay.
Candid pictures taken of you.
I love that.
Do you?
Oh my gosh, I love that. That
What
is
do you-
so cute.
What do you like about it?
I like it because one, I like to see how if the guy's artistic or not.
Yeah.
Two, they care enough to know that like if you're in the moment and you're happy, like they want
Capture
to
the moment.
capture that
Yeah, right,
for
right, right.
themselves.
Yeah.
I talked to a guy who did that. He would just like take photos of me and I didn't even know it.
Oh, really?
Like, and we'd just be hanging out and then I would look at his like Snapchat memories or I'd just see on his phone like he
Ton of cute pictures of you.
yeah, like he just has cute photos. And I was
Dope.
like, that could be really creepy if I didn't like you.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
no, it shows like the guy does care.
For
It's
sure.
and like, let's be honest, on social media, you want to have someone that can take good photos of you. And so you see that trend on TikTok where it's like, I trained my boyfriend to take good photos.
No.
Like, I hope my future boyfriend's like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's really cute. I think it's considerate. I think I would do the same thing for them as well. Like, I think guys want just as good as photos as girls do.
For sure. And the candid ones are always the best ones. Like
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
not thinking about it, if somebody just takes a
Yeah.
picture of you, usually
Yeah.
those ones turn out pretty well.
That's 100% cute. Anyone that says it's cringe, like, who hurt you?
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go heal.
Yeah. What about you? Do you like it?
Yeah, I like it. I think
Mm-hmm.
same response. I think candid pictures always come out better. So it's like if I do have a significant other and
It just
she's
shows your emotion.
right, exactly, or like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
in the moment, especially even if you don't want to post it, you still have that like, oh, you took this of me, like, wow, that's so cute, and
Yeah.
then you can kind of share that moment as like, oh, that's when she took it of me, and that's when I was just like sitting there not even paying attention.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Have you heard of like a soft launch?
No.
So a soft launch, I feel like we're getting too old for this, but it's pretty much where like you share your significant other or someone that you're like dating on Instagram, but you like don't show their face. Like it's more like, oh, like we're out to dinner, I'm going to show like this part down.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or like
Soft
we're
launch. I
on
like
like
that.
like a soft
Yeah.
launch. Do you think like that's something that should like girls should expect from a guy, or should it
Oh no, I don't think it shouldn't be an expectation because I
Yeah.
don't even think a lot of guys know about that.
Yeah.
But now that you do, because So many guys are watching this podcast right now.
Do a soft launch.
Do a soft launch.
I think a lot.
It's a great idea.
If you're like, I don't know how it's gonna go, but like I do like her, and like I think it's a cool photo,
Yeah.
or you do want to show her off, but not be so showy.
Right.
Do a soft launch.
Soft launch.
And if you don't know what that is, go on Pinterest and look it up.
Right. Well,
But like that's something guys, if guys do that, girls would really appreciate it.
good to know. Mm-hmm. Taking notes.
Yeah,
Learned a
you don't
lot
have to like
today.
show them off like a trophy wife, but I think
No.
girls would
Hot
appreciate.
wife.
Yeah, hot wife. But I think they would just appreciate seeing, oh wow, like he posted something about me, like a little secretive, and it gets people intrigued.
Right. And she might like look at it as like he didn't totally expose me, so I don't feel like compromised, but I know that he's kind of interested.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out soft launches. Well, that actually wraps up the podcast. That was the last Cute or Cringe.
Yay.
Did you have fun?
Yes, thank you so much. I was so nervous at first. I was like, I'm gonna say something so stupid.
No, you killed it. It was so much
I was
fun.
like, oh gosh, what if I say something really awkward, like tomato, or whatever? Yeah.
Guys, thanks so much for showing up. We appreciate it. We will catch you next Monday. Taylor, I had a blast today. Thanks for coming over.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for inviting me. Nice meeting everyone, even though I don't know what you look like.
All right. Peace
Bye.
out.
Talking about the South.
Woo, I really burned so many
And I
calories
guess I'm
talking.
doing